Jerusalem is at its breaking point. At midnight, on a chilly Friday in the Judean province. It is Passover, a week where the population swells from 50,000 to nearly 500,000. For the Roman occupation, this is a security nightmare, and for the Sanhedrin, it is the perfect cover. The high priests are gathered, searching for false witnesses to testify against Jesus so they can put him to death. They think it is so easy, but they are merely doing exactly what God's hand and his purpose determined long ago. He is in the upper room, breaking the bread and saying, "This is my body, which is given for you." He is pouring the wine and saying, "This cup is the new covenant between God and his people, an agreement confirmed with my blood, which is poured out as a sacrifice for you." He knows the end from the beginning. One of the 12 is even now dipping his hand in the dish. It is Judas. He goes out into the night and walks to the leading priests. "What will you pay me to betray Jesus to you?" asks Judas. They give him 30 pieces of silver, and the bargain is struck, as the Son of Depth fulfills the word. It is 1 o'clock, hours in Gethsemane, and the air is thick as he falls on his face to pray. "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me," he says. His sweat is like great drops of blood falling to the ground. The disciples are sleeping while the enemy is awake. Roman soldiers move in. They are carrying lanterns and torches and weapons. Judas steps forward to greet him and says, "Greetings, Rabbi," as he kisses him. Jesus says, "My friend, go ahead and do what you have come for." The Son of Man is being betrayed into the hands of sinners. They are dragging him to Annas and then to Caiaphas, while the council meets in the dead of night. They are spitting in his face and striking him with their fists. "Tell us, are you the Messiah?" they ask. Jesus says, "I am, and you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power, at God's right hand, and coming on the clouds of heaven." The high priest tears his clothes and says, "Why do we need other witnesses? You have all heard his blasphemy." "He is guilty of death," they cry. Below in the courtyard, Peter is denying him 3 times, and the rooster is crowing as the scripture is being fulfilled in real time. At 600 hours, they deliver him to Pontius Pilate and accuse him of leading the nation astray and teaching them not to pay taxes to Caesar. "Are you the king of the Jews?" asks Pilate. Jesus says, "You have said it." Pilate is seeking to release him and sends him to Herod. Herod mocks him and dresses him in a royal robe before sending him back. The crowd is shouting, "No, not this man. Give us Barabbas. Crucify him," they shout. Pilate takes a bowl of water and says, "I am innocent of this man's blood. The responsibility is yours." But the decree is set, and the Roman machine begins to turn. The execution begins at 9 o'clock. He is being scourged with a lead-tipped whip that shreds his back. The soldiers are braiding a crown of thorns and pressing it into his head. They put a purple robe on him and mock him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" He is bearing his own cross to the place of the skull, and they are stripping him. Then come the nails. 7 inches of iron are being driven through his wrists and his feet. He is being lifted up, while those who pass by are shouting insults. "If you are the Son of God, save yourself and come down from the cross," they say. He is not coming down, because he is the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Darkness covers the whole earth from noon until 3 in the afternoon. He cries out with a loud voice, saying, my God, why have you abandoned me?" "It is finished," he says at 1500 hours. He bows his head and gives up his spirit. At this moment, the earth quakes, and rocks split apart. The heavy sanctuary curtain in the temple is being torn in 2 from top to bottom. The tombs are opening, and the Roman officer is terrified. "This man truly was the Son of God," he says. They pierce his side with a spear, and blood and water flow out. Joseph of Arimathea takes the body and wraps it in a long sheet of clean linen. He lays it in his own new tomb, and they roll a great stone across the entrance. They are setting a guard and sealing the stone, but the grave cannot hold him. Early on Sunday morning, there is a sudden, violent earthquake. An angel of the Lord comes down from heaven, and his face shines like lightning. He rolls the stone aside, and the guards fall into a dead faint. He is risen from the dead, just as he said it would happen. He is appearing to the 11 disciples and saying, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." He leads them out to Bethany and lifts his hands to bless them. As he is blessing them, he is taken up into heaven. A cloud hides him from their sight, while they strain to see him rising. He is seated now at the right hand of God, and he will come again in the same way.